injustice, we pin the blame on someone else and wrongly accuse so we can try to find the answers. Help me right this wrong by exonerating Britt Reynolds, who is innocent in the death of Ann Marcus. First, let's talk about Joey Garrett. You heard evidence that at Joey Garrett's insistence, Britt Reynolds and Joey Garrett went to Sandalwood Canyon on June 5th to talk to Ann, who had yet to turn them in. Mr. Reynolds told you that he went to Sandalwood Canyon to ask Ann for a day extension so he could tell his parents about the test. But we know that Joey Garrett came for a different reason. If Ms. Marcus turned them in, Mr. Garrett would have to forfeit his admission to the university, as well as the scholarship that both of his siblings were awarded the past 2 years. Mr. Garrett was also caught the previous year for cheating and would be facing second offense disciplinary action, which is an F in the class and a permanent demerit on his school record if Ann turned him in. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the facts. On the afternoon of June 5th, Mr. Reynolds and Ms. Marcus headed down to the cove together and talked about the test. Mr. Garrett trailed behind and eventually left while Mr. Reynolds and Ms. Marcus talked. At the end of their conversation, Mr. Reynolds was able to convince Ms. Marcus to give him one more day to turn himself into school authorities. Relieved that he would be able to tell his parents about what happened, Mr. Reynolds watched Ms. Marcus walk back up to the top before proceeding to the car. What else do we know? We know that when Mr. Reynolds returned, Joey Garrett was not present at the car. Now, Mr. Garrett testified that he left to use the restroom once or twice over the course of the hour, but we know that's not true. You heard testimony from Ranger Birch that no one was at the white sports car, not even 100 feet around the lot when he checked at 8:40 and 8:05. More importantly, Ranger Birch identified someone matching Mr. Reynolds' description coming back to the car at around 8:40 and someone running back to the parking lot at 8:50. Not only does Ranger Birch's testimony mean that Mr. Garrett is lying about being at the car, it also means that Mr. Reynolds is telling the truth about when he went to the car and about Mr. Garrett's absence. So where was Joey Garrett? We don't know. Why, when he showed up at the car at 8:50, did he have a sweaty shirt on? Has he provided a satisfactory answer for where he was, why he was out of breath, sweaty, and where he was running from? No, ladies and gentlemen, he has not. There's more to Jerry Garrett than he wants you to know. Now, let's talk about Ann Marcus's body at the time of her death. Ann Marcus's body had swelling in her left eye and a laceration to the side of her head. Dr. Hobbs described this injury as being the result of blunt force trauma, such as being punched in the eye. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, both charges of disciplinary actions against Joey Garrett were for punching another student. Britt Reynolds